right now. That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
So, listen. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, welcome back to the boys.
Welcome back to the boys.
If you made it to the third episode, I'm mildly impressed.
If you made it to the third episode, it's because you a real nigga and you really fuck with the vibes, and that's all we need. Niggas that really fuck with the vibes. Go hit us up. Instagram, SoundCloud. If you go to Instagram has legit everything we do. Everywhere, YouTube, all of it
we have
is
a
on
link tree.
Instagram. So go follow us on Instagram at OhioBoisPod. It's really nice. Page is ran by me and Xavier. Also, talking about Xavier, there's a show coming up August 28th at the Odin in Cleveland and the Flats. $15 a ticket. If you really want a ticket, hit up Xavier or Malik, aka Stargazer, and get a ticket. Support the boys. Also, there's a free show at the Parkway Lanes.
No, Maple Lanes.
At Maple Lanes.
Maple Lanes. It's on the 21st, so it's a little under a week away. It's a bowling alley, kind of dive bar-ish place. Should be fun. It's a free concert, as Tyler stated. There'll be multiple performers. On our poster, we just have DJ Second Slice and Midwestern Vampire, but I also got 3 other acts lined up as well. So it should be good. I expect it to be good.
If you want to see what our sound guy looks like, go to Maple Lanes.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm DJ Second Slice. That might be important to
our sound guy
show.
Our sound guy makes music. He really out here doing things. So Mr. Second Slice, one more time. What's how you come up with the name?
DJ Second Slice?
Yeah, how you come up with the name?
A while ago, like junior high, I was hanging with one of my friends. We were doing what kids those age do, playing video games, shitting with people on Xbox Live, and we also happened to be eating pizza at the time. And out of nowhere, we just started doing dumb, stupid freestyling, and that's where the name DJ Second Slice came from, because I was going for a second slice of pizza while playing video games and freestyle rapping like a moron. But now I actually have something to do with that name, so...
If you don't know, Chris Felo here, DJ Second Slice, he makes hyper punk, hyper pop, or hyper rap music.
I would not call it hyper anything.
That's the type of music he
calls
makes.
it hyper good, bitch.
If you
Tune
know,
in.
Hey, that's facts right there. But no, it's not really hyper stuff. It's it's probably closer to like indie rock if anything, but it's only indie because it's me, myself, and I making it, and it's only rock because it's not trap, and I don't know what else to call it. So it's definitely not EDM, and it's
Chris.
If you need a beat, hit up this nigga. This nigga got some pretty nice beats. There's one beat that he rapped over, but the rap probably is ass, and he could probably show you the beat. So we're not gonna lie to you. The beat's really nice. I heard the beat. It's a really good beat. You should hit him up for it. Throw him a good 500, and for the beat, and he'll give it to you.
500?
Marketing.
Okay, so for all our listeners, you don't know this yet, but Mark wasn't available. He is busy today, so he is not on the podcast. Chris is actually subbing in for him. So,
yes, it's an honor to be here. I'm always here, but it's an honor to be on the microphone.
Happy anniversary to Mark and his girlfriend Megan. Family of the pod.
They actually run the Cleveland clothing company place that made the T-shirts that we're throwing out at the show.
If you want a T-shirt from your guys, hit us up. T-shirts are gonna start at about $30,000, and we'll work our way up from there.
They're just gonna get more expensive, so you
more
better
expensive.
Get in.
Listen, I'm not fucking with you guys. This is straight Versace right here. This is the silk of the silk. Bruno Mars himself loved this shirt, and I'm not going to say that he actually said that, but I'm just going to say he said that. So.
Allegedly, Anderson .Paak lost his virginity in one of our shirts.
Listen,
allegedly. I mean, I heard the story.
You heard the story.
I wasn't there.
We all heard the story.
I believe it.
I heard from a friend who heard from a friend who heard from a friend, yada, yada.
That the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
He's not the
our shit.
president anymore.
Former
Anyways,
president.
guys.
I meant former. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. My bad. Apologies. So to start off today, we're coming at you very simply, very easily. What about those brownies? Shout out to the Cleveland Browns. Played a really good game against the Jaguars, even though the preseason doesn't mean anything and anywhere. It's absolutely
It's just
fucking
fun
garbage.
to see guys in matching clothes hit each other.
Yeah,
Especially when they're
I
trying to
guess.
make the team to feed their family. You know that it does mean something, Tyler. You get to see people fight for their lives.
Yeah. You know what? This is a great opportunity for me to get on a soapbox. Bring back gladiatorial combat.
I second that.
It's called the UFC.
No. I mean,
no,
with
I
swords
want-
and shit and
yeah,
like lions. I mean, let them
yes.
sign up for it. Nobody should be forced to fight.
No,
in
they
a
should be
Coliseum.
forced to do it. Actually, we should take people who are like on death row that are like terrible individuals, and then we should make them fight for their freedom. And then right when they walk out because they happen to win, we shoot them in the head anyway.
No, we have him fall into a spike pit. That's more like a gladiator.
like the ones in Vietnam, like with the sharpened bamboo.
Yeah, and covered in poop.
Oh Jesus!
So they will die from infection.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
how many victories and how large would these victories have to be for them
200.
to eventually earn their freedom? 'Cause I
200.
can imagine, as long as they're winning in the Coliseum,
Depends on your crime.
they get to stay alive.
If you like murdered somebody,
200 wins.
no, not 200.
200 for one murder?
200 wins would be something like diddling people,
Yeah, that's like
and you still wouldn't get
multiple
free. You'd still
offense,
fall,
child rapist, and then consumer of the dead body. That's who would have
and
to win
you'd
200.
still
And
fall
even
in the
then-
spike pit
Yeah.
because you're a terrible human being.
But the chances of someone winning 200 fights to the death, very low.
Well, congrats on
Very
winning
low.
200 wins. You get to fall in the spike pit now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you win 200 gladiatorial combat fights, any man, I don't care who you are and what you've done, that's impressive. How did you not die? How did
That's
you make
200
it this far?
people that you've
are-
killed.
You are like, you have to be in shambles by the time. Honestly, I feel like regardless of their crimes, they should earn it because they're not going to live very long anyways. They're a shambling husk of what once was a man.
They're not a
No,
shambling
or a
husk.
woman.
If
No,
they've-
they're a warrior.
I was gonna say if they've made it
Yeah,
through, if
that's
they've made
fair.
it
They're going
through
to Valhalla.
200 fights, they're not a shamble of a person.
Valhalla.
He said Valhalla.
Yeah.
No, if you make it through 200 fights, you're not a shamble of a man. You've obviously ripped through the first 150.
Yeah, you're stone cold killer right there.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is at that point, the CIA is going to scoop you up, take a lot of your DNA, and they're going to start creating soldiers.
Oh my god, yeah, they'll use you to make Captain America.
So what if we just had what if the greatest gladiator that we ever had through this prison gladiatorial system was like a super serial child predator, and then we took his DNA, and now you had a whole clone army of just diddlers that are really good at fighting.
Actually,
Is it worth
CIA
the cost?
No.
No,
Worth
they'll
the
do
cost.
like a Suicide Squad. They'll put bombs in their neck, so if they start thinking about diddling kids, they'll just detonate it. And they're clones, so their lives don't matter.
Also, we can take the diddling gene out of them, so that way they don't diddle.
I don't know.
You have to
kids.
look through their DNA
That's
to
a lot.
find the diddling
Dude,
gene.
that's a lot to look
Can
through.
you imagine getting
to
paid
find the diddle gene?
Find diddle genes?
Yeah, once you find it the first time, yeah, it's a game changer after
Yeah,
that.
it sticks out like a sore thumb for all the others.
I'd imagine there's a steep learning curve, but once you get into the rhythm,
Hey, once you win, you win. That's all that fucking
Wait,
matters.
would you guys volunteer to be the scientists that look for the diddle gene?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would.
I'd wear a lab coat and I'd start releasing mixtapes.
What?
I'm diddling the diddlers.
Why releasing mixtapes?
Pause.
Because I'd be like a scientist. I'd be cooking in the lab and I'd make really terrible bars. And I'd have really mid 2000s Gucci Mane, like that terrible of album covers.
Hold on, real quick. If you like Gucci Mane, you don't know real music. Just want to say that
Nigga,
Gucci Mane's
what?
not a good artist.
Okay.
Just putting that out
Bro,
there.
what?
Tyler
Gucci Mane is
is
not a
good-
good artist.
I want it to
Young
be
Thug is
stated.
also garbage. Just
Wait,
gotta put
Tyler,
this
do you
out
like
there.
Jeezy?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Jeezy's
Tyler
a better
is
rapper
sleeping
than
outside.
Gucci Mane.
We are at Tyler's place right now recording this, and I want you all to know that for his crimes against humanity, for the statements just provided, Tyler's sleeping
Fuck
outside
Gucci
tonight.
Mane.
All I'm
Big
gonna
fuck
say
Gucci
is I'm
Mane.
gonna dox you right now. I'm about to release your address on this podcast.
Just want
Tyler
everyone to
is
know
gonna be
if you were to
inducted
come to
into
my
the
home.
gladiatorial combat.
Just want anyone to know if you were to come to my home, there's a bat waiting for you.
What if they bring a gun? Yeah. Now they know what
Tyler,
you have.
How close are you?
Hey, close enough for a bat to do its
What
job.
if Tyler threw the bat like a boomerang and it hit him in the head and came back?
Imagine
I'd be very impressed.
Yeah.
and then the bat comes back, and now I have a gun. So now niggas go come and like, oh, all right. So it doesn't matter how close
what
you
if
are.
they
Well, the
come
gun's
with
more
an
shaped
army?
like a boomerang, so that'd be easier to come back to you.
Tyler runs out of ammo and starts using a boomerang gun.
Tyler runs out of ammo and he throws the gun in the air and swings the bat at it.
This
It's
is gonna
like a
be one of my
baseball.
music videos.
Dude, that's like something out of John Wick.
John Wick's a good movie. Those are good movies.
They're all right. They're very formulaic.
Yeah, but it's still cool to see Keanu Reeves just shoot a bunch of people endlessly.
He's
He's probably got that 200 kill count right there.
I just realized this is something that I just realized is John Wick was in the
He's in Fortnite.
no, he's in the what is it, the movies, the old time movie, the one about the rockers going back in time or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, Bill and Ted.
Yes.
It's the same actor.
Yeah.
Did not
Keanu
know
Reeves.
that.
I've never seen someone sneeze so quietly in my life.
That's
Dude
good
got-
podcast etiquette
Dude's
right
got
there.
a fucking
That was
suppressor
kind of
on his
impressive.
face.
He's practicing.
He said,
So listen. So Keanu Reeves or Liam
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson is the goat.
Listen, Liam Neeson character or Keanu Reeves character, I don't know.
I feel like the
It's-
only actor that I'd rather watch than Liam Neeson is Denzel.
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Denzel is the best black actor out there. If you have anything else to say, you're a fucking liar.
Idris Elba's pretty good.
Not better than Denzel. Not better than Denzel.
It's
Shut the
possible,
fuck
but-
up.
You know who's a really good actor? Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx
Oh, yeah,
is
Jamie
Not
Foxx is
better
another
than
really
Denzel.
good-
I'm not saying he's better than
Dude,
Denzel,
have
but I
you
just
seen
really
Spider-Man
enjoy
2?
Jamie Foxx,
That's a
Spider-Man
terrible
2.
movie. The one that he was in, garbage.
where he was Electro or whatever the fuck his name was.
Garbage.
Yeah, no, it's Electro.
Was it Electro?
Yeah.
I really liked those Spider-Man movies.
James Garfield deserves another chance. He was actually good Spider-Man.
No,
not gonna lie
I
to you.
disagree.
I don't. Yeah, I think out of all the Spider-Man that we've had live action, he was probably the weakest one.
He was the closest to his comic book though. Like he fit the part the most, but I feel like we just like the other ones more. I
think-
also like how they stuck to Gwen Stacy with his. I'm glad that it gave us like the actual comic book version, like the most popular comic book version of him.
I feel like the who's the Spider-Man right now?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Overrated.
Very.
Yeah.
Overrated.
It's because he's in
Overrated.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Overrated. He's cool. He's a good actor. It's not his acting. I just think compared to James Garfield and who's the first one?
Tobey Maguire.
I don't think
The
he's.
GOAT.
I don't think
Pizza
he's-
time.
I don't think he's that great. That great of actor. He's a good actor, but not that great of actor.
I will say I do like these new Spider-Man movies a lot more than I liked a
More
lot of
want
the
more
earlier
money.
ones. Spider-Man 2, like with Tobey Maguire, still probably the best one. But then after
Oh,
that,
with the
it's,
Sandman.
yeah. Well,
No,
Sandman, that's Spider-Man 3.
Doc Ock. Is,
Oh yeah, Doc Ock is
in
too.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like the first
I
one.
like the third one
with the
more.
Green Goblin.
The Green
Like
Goblin.
the third one?
Willem
Yes.
Dafoe was the
Oh
Green
my gosh,
Goblin.
I
Venom?
love. The third one with Venom and Sandman. Love that.
That
one.
movie is
Love that one.
objectively the worst movie of those three, but it is by far the most entertaining.
That movie
Most
would have been way
I don't
better
think-
if they cut out some of the side story. They could have made a fourth movie if they cut out some of that side story and had a longer Venom scene. Because the fact that was our Venom scene until we got the fucking Venom movie, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, Venom kind of got shafted.
Doo doo. I
Hey.
was so excited to see Venom. I thought we were gonna see Venom run it up with old boy, and the fact that we saw Venom for like 2 seconds in that movie, and that 70 show lost Eric Foreman just to see fucking Venom for 30 seconds, pissed me off.
I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Venom 2 years ago, the movie that came out with can't think of his name.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. You think you're really on top of these people?
I know a lot of superheroes.
Hey, that's crazy. Thank you.
Who plays
Tom-
Batman?
Which one?
There's a lot of them.
There's a
Who,
lot of
you said
Batman.
Batman.
The third Batman.
The third, I don't know.
Christopher
The third-
Nolan.
Ever?
No, that's the director. Christian Bale.
Oh my
is
bad.
the actor.
My bad. I apologize. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the third Batman though.
He's the name wizard.
He was the best Batman.
Who?
I'm pretty excited for
Christopher Bale.
What?
He was the best Batman.
I
Hands
thought it was
down.
Christian Bale.
yeah, it's Christian
Oh,
Bale.
My bad.
This man called him Christopher.
My bad. Sorry.
Christopher Bale.
But
Christian Western.
Christian Bale, best Batman, and you couldn't change my mind about it. Could not.
I feel like we can't change our mind about a lot of things you're wrong about, but it's okay.
I'm
not
pretty
wrong.
excited for the Robert Pattinson Batman. I saw a trailer for that recently, or
Oh, yeah?
the trailer, the only trailer that they have for it. That movie looks sick as hell.
I haven't seen the trailer. Gotta watch
It's
it.
pretty good. It's got like Zoe Kravitz is gonna be Catwoman in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mad excited for that. And then Paul Dano, he's gonna be the Riddler, which is probably gonna be the main bad guy because that's.
Boo! The Riddler's a garbage bad guy. I hate
haven't
riddles.
seen the goddamn trailer.
Fuck him.
You haven't seen the
Fuck
trailer.
him.
Tyler.
Fuck him.
Tyler, I don't wanna-
Bring in the penguin
Bring in
nigga.
Big
Bring in
Wheel.
the frost
Penguin's
nigga.
been in too
There's
many.
so many. There's so many better.
Rhino guy.
The penguin nigga.
Like there's so many better. There's so many better fucking characters.
Well,
Why
I'm sorry,
Riddler?
the direct-
garbage.
I'm sorry,
Bring
the
in
director-
Bring in Scarecrow, please.
Can we get
Jesus
Killer Croc?
Christ.
Killer Croc would
Killer
be
Croc
raw.
would be kind of fun.
Killer Croc, more
Better
like Killer
than the
Cock.
Riddler. Fuck that guy, the Riddler. He's garbage. Even the comics, he's garbage. Everywhere he goes, he's garbage. Straight garbage boy. Fuck him.
Garbage boy. The
Wow,
Riddler
tell
is
me
a
how you really
trash
feel,
can.
Tyler.
Yeah,
Bring in a better.
What? You just
bring in a
just
better
said he
villain.
sucks, didn't elaborate, and then left. That's not.
Yeah, Tyler, can we?
Oh, I can elaborate.
That's Tyler's fighting strategy.
That is
guys.
Tyler's
That's
fighting
what
strategy.
Tyler does that every time.
Listen, there's nothing good about him. He's not. I don't see how he's a real bad guy. His riddles, like,
Well,
yeah,
'cause he does a crime, and then he's like, Batman, here's where I'm at, but you gotta solve this riddle first.
I don't find any. His riddles are bad.
That's
His riddles
literally-
are terrible.
The Riddler
Tyler's
is
not
basically
smart
the
enough to
Zodiac
solve the
killer.
riddles.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I'm
that's
sorry.
why he's angry.
Sorry, the Riddler's smarter than you.
He's not smarter than me. He's a piece of shit.
Well, you
the
couldn't.
entire point of the
I'm
character,
sorry you
Tyler.
couldn't find all the Riddler trophies in the Arkham game, Tyler, and you're butthurt about it. So
I'm not butthurt about it. The
Wait,
Riddler's
Chris, did you
trash.
find all the Riddler trophies?
No, but I'm not
Oh,
butthurt about
that's
it.
crazy. That's crazy. Shut
Well,
the fuck
I never
up.
claimed that I did, but
You
clearly
know-
I don't
you know
have
who's a
like
really good-
dirty laundry with
You
the
know
Riddler
who's a really
because
good.
of it.
He's not a superhero. He's an antihero. The Red Hood. He really has a good thing going for him.
Is
He
Red
just-
Hood Robin?
No,
Yeah,
yes,
he's one of
he
the
was one of the
Robins.
Robins. He was the second Robin.
No, I thought he is the second.
Wait, I thought
Jason
the
Todd.
second Robin got beat with a crowbar.
He
yeah,
did.
he got
He did.
he got
He
killed
did.
in air quotes by the Joker, but then he came back because no one dies in comic books.
Unless you're Superman. Oh,
And
no,
he-
you come
I mean,
back.
He came back.
Superman.
They
is the
always
only
come back.
one
Gwen
that
Stacy.
absolutely should.
Oh yeah,
die.
that's right. Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy died, but that's Marvel.
But yeah, as I was saying, Jason Todd has a really good idea. Just shoot these niggas. Fuck these niggas. Just shoot these niggas. That's what he does. He just shoots them.
Yeah, he's Batman
kills
with a
him.
gun.
He's
Yeah.
just kills him on spot and doesn't care. Came back, killed the Joker because the Joker beat him with a crowbar. And he has PTSD.
I have a question.
Yep.
Would any of you ever live in a city with an actual superhero? Because I would get the fuck out of that
No.
town
No.
so fast.
No, God,
No,
so
because
much bad stuff is
I'm
gonna
going to
happen.
die.
Yeah, just because the superhero is here, that means through like yin and yang or whatever, there's also a super villain who's gonna like blow up a children's hospital.
No, but to be fair,
No.
no, hear me out.
No.
I agree not living there. But if you took the superhero out of that town because that supervillain is there and is still blowing up children's hospitals, because they can't exist without a superhero, we saw it in Megamind. They're just going to run amok and be an asshole until the superhero comes back. It's a shitty cycle. You have to kill them both.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna say this. If you watch shows like Mr. Hero, not Mr. Hero,
My
Mr. Hero is
Hero?
my favorite
No.
restaurant.
a
Roman burger sounds smacking right
think-
now.
Heroes.
My Hero Academia.
no, my
Invincible.
Good Neighbor.
One Punch Man.
What?
It's a show on Amazon Prime, and it's the
Boys?
The Boys. That's what it is.
Okay.
No, that's us. We're the boys.
Well, there's a.
We are the Boys,
All right.
but there's a show called The Boys, and
They
it's
spell it differently. They have a Y in it.
Not as cool
yeah,
as us.
a Y and a Z.
Because they're not gender inclusive. The I in boys is gender inclusive.
Just want you to know that.
Don't cancel us. Not yet.
that show and the shows like Invincible, it is there is kind of like, how do you say, chaos or bad things that happen when actual superheroes not go on a rampage, but they do kind of destroy everything around them, and people aren't just crawling out of the fucking rubble, because you're not crawling out the rubble. You're probably underneath the rubble, squished like a fucking ant, dead, sad. Well, you can't be sad because you're dead, but your spirit is dead.
Your family's sad.
Well, your family died with you.
Was my family there with me?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys were enjoying a good day and in a nice little city, and then a superhero and a villain started fighting, and they hit the building. The building toppled over, and now you're dead. Now your entire family bloodline is gone.
Jesus Christ.
The little babies are gone. Everything's gone, not existing anymore.
All right, wait.
See, that's why I wouldn't live in the city with a superhero.
Quick question: if you had to live in one of the cities, would you rather live in Metropolis?
Gotham.
Okay.
You're
no, you didn't
ridiculous.
even answer the question. I didn't even get to finish. You just said Gotham. So yeah, I'll pick Gotham for you. Would you rather live in Gotham or Metropolis, one of those two areas, or would you rather live in Tokyo but in the Godzilla cinematic universe?
Absolutely
Gotham.
not Tokyo in the Godzilla cinematic
Gotham.
universe. Whether you're talking like 1940s Godzilla when he was a big rubber monster, or right now when he shoots like plasma and shit.
Yeah, when he's doing wrestler moves with a giant monkey.
Dude.
I'm not gonna lie, 80s
Hell no.
Godzilla was a dog. He used to dance on graves. If you ever watched the 80s, he used to clown. Like, I watched the King Ghidorah one where they were fighting on the moon, and he threw Ghidorah, and he was floating because of the gravity, and Godzilla started hitting the moonwalk. I was dying.
So yeah, Gotham for the simple fact that it's just Batman. And like, yeah, he'll fight an evil guy, but I know the fucking city's not going to be just trampled in 1 hour.
Batman's a piece of shit.
Let me paint a picture for you.
No, he's not.
Living in Gotham City. You
Dark,
have
grimy.
no money.
Thank
Time
you.
out.
Very
Thank you.
poor.
No,
Hold
yes,
on,
this
hold
is
on.
why Batman's a piece of shit.
Gotham
You're
is
very
New
poor.
York City. If you live in New York, you pretty much live in Gotham.
You got a side hustle going, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you're a goonie for the Joker. Or
Potentially
Two-Face.
illicit. And some dude in a big rubber costume breaks you in several places because
Yeah,
he wants to know some shit that you don't
He
know.
swings down from the rooftops and does ballet, dancing, karate, and fucking obliterates you, but doesn't kill you. You have to eat food through a straw for the rest of your life just because you were pushing a little bit of weed.
But your boss is a clown who hasn't been executed yet for blowing up hospitals.
Jesus.
This is why Batman's a piece of shit.
Time out. So I understand Batman doesn't kill people, but why the fuck doesn't the city or the state in the DC universe, why don't they kill people?
Because it's New York. They don't have a put down criminals law.
Fuck
Is
that.
this real America?
No, fuck that. Because he is most definitely deserved enough to where on a federal side that he deserves the death penalty.
Why have they just tried to snipe the Joker? Why do they keep sending Batman who's not breaking his neck?
Because are you going to tell Batman to relax? I got this before he breaks you in half too?
I'll shoot that motherfucker. What?
Commissioner Gordon. No. I'm not
Okay,
dealing with
hold
it.
on, hear me out though. Like you said, he's out here like bane snapping people in half for selling weed, like breaking their neck and shit. But oh boy, the Joker killed Robin, blew up a children's hospital, and he's just like, oh, Joker, please stop. You can be saved. But he's not cracking his neck.
Because he doesn't believe in killing.
Nigga,
Yeah, 'cause his parents
you
were
might as
killed.
well
He
be
believes in
dead.
maiming. Honestly, all right. Out of all of the superhero like cities that I could live in, I'd live in whatever city Spider-Man is in.
New York.
New York.
That's just New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gotham.
I would live in that universe because all of Spider-Man's villains are soft.
I just want to say this.
Not
I
the
would-
Green Goblin.
I would not live
That's the only
I would
unsoft
not live
one.
in New York. I would not live in New York City in the Spider-Man universe only because you also have the Fantastic Four.
And the Avengers.
Exactly. And they also bring very, very destructive things.
Nigga,
Very-
Thanos.
Listen, you can't even live in Ohio in some of these universes because for some reason Ohio is just a hotbed of we're gonna retire over here. When superheroes get tired of living the big life city, the big city life, they come to Ohio to just relax and
Move to Zanesville and get
kick
kicked in the face by other supervillains.
Yeah, they'd have to deal with like sewer rat or whatever supervillains would be in this area.
Sewer rat.
I don't know. I'm just trying to spitball ideas.
Cleveland would have the shittiest supervillains. It would
good. Good. That means
It'd
that
be
means
Harold-
That's
it-
safe.
No,
That-
they'd have like a supervillain woman named Heroin.
Awesome. 3 cheers for Chris on that one.
Thank you.
fucking hate people.
Snail man.
Snail man.
Escargot and hide or Escardont and die.
Can you imagine just like working a shitty like city job and you're just kind of like cleaning up snail trails left by some super douche?
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to clean up after all this destruction.
Cleveland wouldn't even have superheroes. They'd have Tyler walking around with his baseball bat, pissed because he can't get to the store because Snail Man's running amok.
Tyler got new boots and started wilding.
He said, let me throw these Timbs on.
All right.
And
So
then he became the Timberwolf. I don't know.
I take my applause back.
hey, they can't all be home runs. That's all I'm saying.
Not unless Tyler's batting.
I feel like the best the best city to live in would probably be Star City, because it's just is it Green Arrow? Yeah, Green Arrow. And he's a bitch, so you know why not?
I feel like the best city to live in would be LA. I've never seen a superhero movie take place in LA.
Completely fair. That's completely fair.
I think Hancock took place in L.A.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're
I think
right.
Hancock took
Yeah.
place. So you'd have Angry Superman, Angry Drunk.
Angry drunk Superman that Loki has no real weaknesses except for people of his own race that he falls.
Is he
in love
black?
No, he's an alien.
But is he black?
He is.
Yeah.
It's Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'll make him fall in love with me.
Yeah.
with. But you aren't the
So-
same race as him.
He won't know that.
He will, because he won't get weaker.
He fell in love. Well, yeah, he won't get weaker, but he can.
He can
There's
fall,
a deleted scene from Hancock where he's having sex with a woman and nutted so hard it shot through the roof.
Did he kill her?
No.
He
He
could
pulled out.
Yeah. No, he did pull out. Like, there's a whole thing. He was just like, I'm coming. And she was just like, oh, Hancock. And then it's like, yeah.
I see why that scene was deleted.
I would have left it in. Imagine getting hit with, like, you're walking on the street and you think a bird pooped on you, but it's really Hancock's nut because it shot through his ceiling.
Imagine nutting so hard that it goes through a ceiling. Imagine if that went into a female. Like, what?
Why is she upside down? It's coming down, so, like, how is it getting into her?
No, I'm like, if he did
Oh.
pull out, like, that's her.
You know, lose a
That's
tooth.
Hey, wait, he just killed somebody then.
he just shotgun blast.
Yeah, no,
right
that's.
there.
He
Dude,
basically just shot a 38 through her coochie.
You know those little guns that shoot salt at bugs?
Yes, I do. I shot people with it.
You did. You shot
I
me
did.
with it.
I shot Mark too.
That's why Mark's not here.
yeah, because he died. Mark's
Mark's
actually
dead.
the snail guy. That had to put him down because he needed to go to the grocery store.
Tyler, if you were a superhero or some sort of vigilante, what would your name be?
Tyler. It would literally be
Just
Tyler.
be
I
Tyler.
guarantee.
I can't. I don't know.
Tyler.
That'd be so weird.
Super Tyler. Tyler's costume would be Super Grover from Sesame Street and the tin hat, Spartan hat on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not know what my superhero power would be.
Xavier, you'd be the dirty bubble.
So I'm a villain.
Yeah, you are a villain.
Bet. I can deal with that. We're gonna go to Makeout Point and watch kids in their cars.
Hey, if you think about the episode of SpongeBob, they were just some dirty old niggas just watching kids have a good time.
No, I have the biggest problem with who is the creep that took his pillow to make out Reef? Hey man, that's not cool.
Hey,
You know what's really not cool? Taking a pillow to make out Reef.
I know some of those people. I go to school with some of those people.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys remember the commissioner in that episode when they're the superheroes? And
Oh, he just starts making out with
he's
himself?
like making out with himself. He's like grabbing himself and
So
shit.
That's
that's an
what I
oddly
would
sexy episode of SpongeBob.
If I was somehow related to superheroes or supervillains, I would be the cracked out commissioner that just spews nonsense.
You just yell at him. He's like, God damn it, fix my city.
No, Super Tyler, you can't do that.
He did it anyways.
All right. So, what else is going on in the world today? Any music thing? Kanye starting to release his album.
Shocker.
If you watch
Week
football,
3 of Done to Watch.
I was gonna say, if you watch football, I don't know if you guys saw, but if you go on TikTok, you can see someone who was at the Falcons preseason
Oh my
game,
God, I saw
and this nigga Kanye was standing in the rafters,
Just watching
just watching the
watch
preseason
football.
game like a fucking villain.
I do not think that was Kanye.
That was Kanye.
I do
Probably
That was
was.
definitely
I
Kanye.
believe that
It was-
if it somehow came out that it was like a fucking like
A body double like MF Doom.
yes like that or like maybe a fucking blow up doll or something was just standing
What
up
if
there.
Kanye keeps doing it, but he like dresses as Sting next time, and he has like the
Kanye is
baseball
on
bat?
his way to
That'd be
being the
dope.
next superhero or villain.
No, he's gonna be the villain. Drake's gonna be the hero, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna find out a lot of things about Drake, and it's gonna take a dramatic turn that neither of them are good guys.
Kanye's a bit too baddie to be a superhero.
Kanye lost his mind.
Kanye's a
He
little
became
bit too
the Joker.
crazy.
I would not. Kanye would have a crazy villain story.
Yeah.
Can you imagine breaking into evil Super Ye's lair?
Super yay!
See Yeezys all over the floor. His love letters to Kim. Take me back. Take me back.
I imagine when you bust into the lair of Yeezy, it's just like there's like dramatic organs playing in the background.
Yeah, he's got like a bunch of TVs that all like amalgamate to form his face as he talks down to you.
He would let you beat the shit out of everybody in his lair just to get to him so he could show off the pageantry of him being a supervillain.
Yeah, he would.
He would run up to smack him, and he'd be like, "I'm gonna let you finish," but.
Hey, he's legit the supervillain that he's gonna have this long-winded ass out fucking explanation behind what he's doing and his life motives and how he was abused as a child and how he didn't feel any love. He's that type of superhero.
Dude, Donda's gonna be like mind controlling. He's gonna make an army of slaves.
Anyone who wears the new Yeezys is gonna get mind controlled.
Oh my god, like the SpongeBob movie with the chum bucket
yes,
hats.
yes, exactly. Except it's on your feet.
Kanye stands waiting for Donda are as delusional as Bigfoot followers.
Aren't you a Kanye stan?
I wouldn't say a stan anymore. I'm not 15 anymore, but I still really enjoy Kanye's music. I will not cut him any slack because he's a crazy person.
I will. Shout out Kanye.
I mean, I take everything Kanye does with a grain of salt, but I will still avidly enjoy it if it does come out.
What if you happened to go to an Atlanta Falcons game and you wandered off and found yourself into Kanye's lair and you like read his hit list and like you were like right under Drake's name?
Honestly, I
How
don't
do you
know. I
know
would
me?
be very confused.
I'd be flattered. It was like, Kanye knows me?
I'd want to meet Kanye.
But it was like a picture, like had a picture and everything. It was like a picture of you at your job and shit.
Kanye's gonna beat
And,
the
like,
fuck out of me,
And you
and
start,
I'm gonna let it
but
happen.
then like you start looking around and like every time you're somewhere you see like a kiss of Kanye. Like you feel him. You feel Kanye
Essence
watching.
Yeah,
of
he's
Ye.
lurking.
Essence of Ye.
He's like Slender Man.
Gotta find all 8 unreleased albums before he gets summoned.
All 8 singles of Donda, put them together. He's just like, you
Jesus.
fool.
You gotta put him in the Eye of Ender. Like in Minecraft, you can open up the Ye portal.
Super Ye would have a cape, but the cape would be very obnoxiously long.
What if the
And filled with
person?
holes.
Yes.
What if the person who had to stop Super Ye was Travis Scott in his brown Batman suit?
That'd be awesome. He looks more like a cockroach than Batman.
He's the Flea from what was the wrestling?
God.
The Lucha Libre?
yeah, Mucha Lucha.
Yeah. Oh, I love that shit.
That's crazy as fuck. Wow. Wow. So, what's up, everybody? Listen, right around the corner, if you don't know, it's the fall season, the best season. Low-key, second the best season. The winter season, the best season.
We live in Ohio. That's not true.
Yeah, no.
That is true.
Fall
I'm
is the
not gonna
best.
fuck with, I'm gonna fuck with none of these niggas are saying. So what y'all doing for in the fall? Like, hit us up on Instagram. Tell us what you're doing in the fall. Let us know. We'll talk about it on the podcast. Also, if you want us to talk about certain things on the podcast, hit us up. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Hit us up in the DMs or leave like a message or something on the SoundCloud, like something. Like, we really want to have the audience kind of help out and dictate like what y'all want to hear, what y'all want us to talk about. We'll talk about almost anything. We spent the last at least I think 30 minutes talking about fucking superheroes and bullshit like that. But let us know what you guys want to hear. Anything like that. Other than that, fuck it. We ball. Listen, I just want to say this. I love all of you. Phil, how was your weekend? Because I know you went out with your girl.
I went camping. So,
Let's talk about camping for a little bit.
my version of camping is it's not your typical like I'm out in the sticks, just kind of tent camping, roughing it. I was in a glorified trailer park, which I love that glorified trailer park very much. Shout out to Holiday Camp.
I second that. I've had some very good moments there, and I just started going about a year ago.
Great time. I just kind of kicked it though. It was a really chill weekend. I was with my girlfriend and her family, so we just sat by the fire, made some s'mores, listened to some music, talked some shit. Pretty nonchalant. Chris, how about you? What did you do this weekend?
I went to a flea market. Had a lot of records at this flea market. It's crazy how many people are just trying to sell records. And then there's a lot of artists. There's these people who were selling like these handmade sock monkeys, but they weren't normal sock monkeys. They were like all fucked up and patchy. Stuff that like 13-year-old emo girls would be really into. That kind of stuff. A lot of bone work. By that I mean they find animal bones and they make art out of it. But there's some not saying any of that stuff is bad.
Question. Just wondering, are the animal bones like, did they like kill the animal and then take the bones from the animal?
I didn't ask.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'd assume they would have just like happened upon them.
I think if you ask me, they strangled a fucking dog, snapped his neck.
I don't
This is
think
how Tyler would do it.
And then, just use his bones. Like, fuck it, why not?
Okay.
And then put the meat in the freezer and then cook it like how they would do a cow.
There was one guy who had a bunch of
He snaps cat's necks.
cat's necks.
He live killed the animals for you if you paid
Jesus.
$10 to watch.
No, he had like all this really interesting driftwood artwork. Like he made like canes and chandelier, candlestick holder stuff. I don't know. It's as cool as like wood can be, but it's still pretty nice because it's impressive or whatnot. They had like jewels and bits of like antlers in them. It's cool. Flea markets are neat places to just find like random stuff. There's this other person who was making, since I'm like big into audio stuff, a bunch of this audio equipment for, I'd assume playing music, but he had taken them and just stuck them into random things. Like one of them was an old kid's toy piano, like with little big red and green and blue buttons on them because they don't know what colors are. Turn those into like modulator synthesizers. It was crazy.
He also strangles little kids.
I don't think he did that. I think he was just like an old guy who likes
Allegedly.
He strangles little Timmys and little Sarahs.
Why are you so goddamn violent? What is going on in that noggin of yours, Super
sheesh.
Tyler?
Hold on. I would like to channel Super Tyler's negative energy for a second.
Tyler, can you change your Instagram name to Super Tyler?
No, I cannot. That's so weird.
I support that.
It's
but
better than T-Bone.
Tyler,
It's not. It's just.
Damn.
how many
Young
people would you need to
2000.
bring with you to beat Bigfoot in a fight? You get to bring the bat and your Tims. Who else are you bringing
And
to
your salt
jump
gun.
The
Bigfoot?
bat and the Tims and maybe a Glock.
No Glocks. You just have to bring other people.
Can I bring a sword?
No. You cannot bring a blade, but you can bring blunt force objects.
Yeah.
I'm good. Can I wrap my bat in hardwire and like barbed wire?
Why? That doesn't give you an edge.
If you get to do that, then Bigfoot gets to use a stick.
If you get to use that, Bigfoot has brass knuckles.
Bigfoot with brass knuckles. I like that idea. Okay, Bigfoot with brass knuckles.
I think I'd stick with the normal bat, him with no weapon, and my Tims.
Okay.
Just
Are you
you?
bringing, like, how many other people are you bringing? Are you 1v1ing
I'm 1v1.
Super Tyler versus Bigfoot? Vanity
yeah.
1?
Wait, hold on. I want to get asked this question because who can I bring with me? Anyone in the world?
Yeah.
Do I get to time travel?
No,
friend
you
group,
do not
friend
get
group.
to.
Wait,
You do
no,
not
let's
get to
say-
time
Only
travel.
friend group?
Only friend group.
You have to know them personally in real life. That doesn't have to just be our friend group, but you have to have met the person in real life.
I have to have met them.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can't just be like, oh, UFC fighter, a giant mountain of a man from the NFL. Like, no.
I'm trying,
People
to think
you
of
know.
I'm trying to think of an NFL player that I've met, but the one that I met is like old now, and he would not like Josh Cribb. Shout out to you, but dog, you're not beating Bigfoot in a fight.
What is it?
Okay, well, look, friend group.
Ogunjobi?
I'm bringing. Oh, yeah, I've met Larry Ogunjobi. My ex's sister used to date him, or currently, I don't know how that works, but just I've met Larry Ogunjobi. I'm bringing Larry Ogunjobi, Super Tyler with his gadgets. I'm bringing Deontay, shout out D, and then I'm bringing Chris Felo with me. Chris Filo's gonna record it.
I would also bring Chris. I feel like Chris would either serve as a nice distraction where we could grab Bigfoot by the legs and help topple him, or
He would be
I feel like
mauled.
he would like be seduced by Chris.
Am I bait? Are you
Yes,
using me as
Chris.
bait to fight?
Chris.
In a
See,
way.
I did not use you to record. You're just
Chris,
there for
if
me.
I were to bring you, I would bring you to see if you can tear a person in half.
I
And
feel like-
if you got torn in half,
That's fucked up. I think he would caress him. Like baby Bigfoot, and it would like we would find Bigfoot rocking Chris gently,
you
and then
smash
we'd
him in
jump
the back of
we'd
the head
smack
with a
him
baseball.
big stick.
What if Chris got mad and turned into Bigfoot?
If Chris could become Bigfoot,
Yeah,
it's like
he had a
werewolf.
fucking, what's it called? Oh, what is the Saiyan power where they turn into the fucking gorilla and he turns into a Saiyan monkey because you killed his Bigfoot lover?
Yeah, I just scream long enough. and
Chris
I
is
just-
a were-squatch.
Yeah.
Chris, if you could
don't
turn
talk
into a
sh-
Bigfoot at will, what would you do with that power? Would you become a vigilante?
Yeah, I'd probably. Well, first.
Would you fight Super Tyler?
Yeah, no. Super Tyler,
Mercedes
Squatch Chris is coming to tear your shit up. No, probably the first thing that I would do would be like, I'd probably go a little cuckoo at first because I'm Bigfoot and I can do whatever I want. Like scare campers. Raid gas stations. I just like walk in. I know, because I'm Bigfoot. What the fuck are they got to do? I'm gonna walk in, get some beef jerky because Bigfoot likes beef jerky.
He does.
That's a
Get some.
stereotype. That's racist.
Motherfucker, I'm Bigfoot.
Wouldn't that be specious, not racist?
No, Bigfoot is a nigga.
I don't know if I can co-sign that, but
Well, no, you can't, but I can. Tyler, can you co-sign?
I don't think Bigfoot is black. I think he.
Oh, whoa.
race.
I feel like I didn't use that term to call him black, but he's just a dude.
I'm also a dude. So, so yeah. First couple of nights. Well, I don't know how frequent I would do it. I'd probably bust Bigfoot out like maybe once a week, once a month.
would you let other people know that you could become Bigfoot? Would you keep that as a separate Bigfoot identity?
Oh yeah, Bigfoot is me time. No one else is gonna know about that.
You wouldn't like
I
go
would-
DJ Second Slice becomes Bigfoot on stage. You would bust that one out.
If DJ Second Slice became like Travis Scott level big and I can have Fortnite concerts, at that point I'd be like, oh, by the way, guys, I can also become Bigfoot.
Yo, imagine.
But he would never do it. He would go crazy. He'd be like Kanye.
Wait. Can you imagine like going to a Drake show and he becomes Bigfoot on stage? And Bigfoot just had the heart carved in.
He says like, where the fuck should I even start, or whatever Drake's lines is, and then he just becomes real tall and hairy.
I'm about to preview some new shit for the crowd tonight. What's up, Coachella? And then he becomes Bigfoot.
Got the
I
drink
would
in me
lose my
going
fucking
Bigfoot.
mind.
Would he still
Hey.
sound like Drake, or would he just like run around like screaming like a monkey man?
I
He
think
would
it'd be
still be able
funnier.
to talk, but he'd have a different voice.
No.
Oh,
Time out.
Can
Time
he
out.
still sing like Drake though? Because imagine Bigfoot's on stage talking about some sun is down, freezing cold.
He could sing, but he would have a
real
deeper
quick,
Bigfoot voice.
Real quick, on a real thing, real quick. How if you for music?
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys make music. Would you guys want a Kanye produced song or a Drake feature on a song?
Drake feature.
A Drake feature just because that's more exposure, but I would
If I was higher level, it'd be a Kanye producer.
I was gonna say I would more enjoy the product that I would make with a Kanye production, because I feel like then it's probably just me on the song, and if I put out a song with a Drake feature, no matter how good the production or how good my verse was, everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, Drake is just washing this kid on his own
ask
song."
Blockboy JB.
I'd go with the Kanye. I'd prefer the Kanye. I'm more of like a instrumental beats kind of guy, not real lyricist. So the appeal of Drake doesn't really fit me, but I do get down with Kanye's beats. I think they're pretty good. So that's what I would go with. What about you?
Personally, I feel like it depends on where you are in your career. I feel like if you're beginning out, if you're just starting, I feel like a Drake feature, like if you were up and coming, you just made shit on SoundCloud or whatever, and you're just coming up, a Drake feature that does everything. That opens doors. Like even if people may not think you're a good artist or whatever, a Drake feature does anything and everything for you. I'll take the Drake feature early on. Later on, maybe I'll go for for Kanye's production value, but early on, yeah, give me the Drake feature. I feel like that's hands down easy. It's like Drake is one of those artists now and probably forever that if you were to get that feature, that's something you can't replicate. Like that's wow.
Honestly, all you gotta do is put out a decent bar. If I put out the best bar of my life plus a Drake feature, obviously Drake's bodying me, but like I'm still that dude who made a good song with Drake and I'll be rich forever. Then I could just be fucking designer and just produce shit. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like you said, a lot of us make music. I'd much rather produce music. I just don't know how. And like I'm decent at making music. I'm not like really good. Like I can feature and like be alright on a song, but I'd much rather help with like the build of the song. I just don't know how to do it.
I'm definitely with you on that one. I find with the music that I make, I'm having a lot more fun creatively coming up with the whole song itself, not just the lyrics. It's usually I'm trying to make music and I got all these beats. The only fucking problem is I'm too goddamn lazy and I don't want to write lyrics for it. But I can make music. I could fart music. It's
You know what you should do? You should start putting out them on YouTube with like the link to buy them and shit. A lot of people make really good money off that. I know from my music friends telling me that their first couple songs, all they did was buy YouTube beats and not buy them from people they knew.
Yeah.
Could be worth checking out.
Yeah. I know I do. The last thing that I really released was just a bunch of instrumentals. Can't really sell those because they're technically owned by my school since they were school projects. But yeah, I should.
Back to the fact that this nigga, he can just fart out music. Imagine
I'm
this nigga
that talented.
Just goes to the mic, goes to the computer, just farts on it, and now there's just a fire beat there. He's just farting out beats that can go platinum. That's the talent you're buying. That's the type of work you're
Chris,
buying.
after this podcast, let me hear some of these beats. Let me buy a beat or two.
All right, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
Chris.
I made a beat specifically for you. If I'm being honest,
It was not specifically for me.
I'm
It was
just excited
specifically
to hear
diss
Chris
me.
fart.
it was, but you never wrote that diss track, so I could never.
No, I got that bitch. They were playing Cold War nuclear missiles over here.
All right,
got
dude.
that.
You
Keep
got
that
it. All right,
down.
I'm not doing Cold War. I want you to fucking shoot those missiles at me.
Okay, North Korea, calm down.
Shit. Listen, that's some. Hey, I'm waiting for it. Hey, listen,
Tyler's
we are
fucking
going.
Belgium.
We're going to sit here and if the music comes out, we'll give it to you guys live on the podcast.
We're gonna have a versus battle.
A versus battle.
DJ Second Slice versus Big Comfy.
I'm not gonna lie to any of you guys. I'm still thinking about Bigfoot.
You're a piece of shit.
This nigga's
I
stupid
know.
as
He's got
fuck.
Bigfoot on the brains.
Wake up in the morning.
I'm
I
just
got
thinking about
Bigfoot
like
on my
more
mind.
mythical creature matchups. So like,
Fighting or like.
yeah,
Okay.
Do you think that Tyler on a horse with jousting equipment could beat a centaur with a sword and shield?
No.
is Tyler trained
Tyler
with
is trained,
jousting and
yes.
everything? Is it a jousting match or is it a fight to the death?
It's a fight to the death.
I'd give the edge to the horse, but if you
Tyler's
said-
on a horse.
I know Tyler's on a horse,
So
but
the horse is winning.
yeah, he's got more natural
The
control
horse
of
or
his
the
body.
centaur?
The horseman or horsewoman, the centaur.
The centaur.
Wait, which one? Which? I'm not talking about the one with the bull head and the body of the human. I'm talking about the centaur is the
yeah,
torso.
centaur is half man, half horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one was I thinking of? The bull.
the Minotaur.
Minotaur.
The minotaur. Okay. I always get those confused, but I was talking about the centaur for this fight.
Okay.
In a specific jousting tournament kind of setup, I'd give the edge to Tyler. But in a fight to the death, also, where is this fight taking place? Is it like a big open field?
In the
Are we
Great
in
Plains.
the woods?
In the Great Plains.
Okay, big open field. I think that the horse has the horseman, the centaur, has a slight
What if
edge.
Tyler's horse got up and just started boxing that nigga?
I'd be incredibly impressed. I would chimpanzee noises would come out of my mouth. I would lose my goddamn mind
Yeah, if a horse stood up on its hind hooves and put on fucking boxing mitts.
and beat the dog shit out of somebody, like a kangaroo or something.
Yeah.
So, Greek mythology, that kind of Cyclops, where they're like big and they got a club and they like guard sheep or whatever.
Why are you obsessed with Cyclops?
Shut up. Shut up, Xavier.
Let the boy like what he likes.
Yeah. So that Cyclops, those big hulking monstrosities,
Yeah.
versus Bigfoot.
Fucking Cyclops
me
Gary's
the Cyclops.
watching
I don't
him.
know. I
Give me
think
the Cyclops.
I don't really know how smart Bigfoot is. He's got to be somewhat smart if he's been evading people's eyes this entire time. So
Not real.
Bigfoot
Well,
is like,
Cyclops aren't real either, dummy.
Allegedly. Shut the fuck up. Bigfoot's 6'5". Cyclops is like 7'6".
I don't
That's
know how
fair.
big Cyclops is. It's been a long time since
They're-
I've read
they're
the
low-key.
Iliad.
He
And
said
They're
it's been a
low-key.
long time since I've met up with Cyclops Gary for a drink at the local
They're
tavern.
low-key giants.
I love Cyclops Gary.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. We'll be busted. We'll have like a night of drinking, and he'll walk up to me, and we'll be having like a deep conversation. I could be pouring my heart out about like, I'm sad, and this dude will walk up and be like, but real talk though, what would you do if you were just there and a Cyclops walked in and everyone acted like it was normal, but he was just a Cyclops, Cyclops Gary, and it happens every time we're together now. I'm like, shut the fuck up, I'd kill him.
Dude, Cyclops Gary is just trying to have a good time.
Yeah,
He wants
man.
to fit in. All right, does Cyclops Gary wink or blink?
Both.
Whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, he's a Cyclops.
I'm not gonna box him in. He's gonna beat the shit out of me. He's a Cyclops. Okay, if there's a Cyclops, but he's just a regular built guy, like if Chris was a Cyclops.
Oh yeah, definitely Bigfoot is gonna kick the crap out of him.
Well, no. I mean, would you fight him? Would you
I
have
fight
an
the
advantage
Cyclops?
fighting a regular man-sized Cyclops?
Yeah, he's got one eye. He's got worse depth perception. I'd throw stuff at him. He wouldn't be able to like block
He's
it.
7'6", Chris. How tall are you?
Well, he
No,
just
no,
said
no,
he's
no,
an
no, like
average
a regular
guy.
man,
Like a regular guy, but he's got one eye in the middle of his head.
That's not fair. That's like
a
saying
dude that's built just like Chris. Would Chris fight that guy?
Chris
If
would
he only
fight
had
him, and
one.
Chris would win.
Yeah, because I got an extra
2
eye.
eyes.
Yeah.
Well, what if what he lacked in eyes he made up for in
Like jump height or
Just
something?
like strength. Like he was just.
Yolky.
What if Tyler had one eye?
What if Tyler? When I kick Tyler in the balls?
What if it was a girl? What if it was?
Start
I
making
can't
love to her.
sanction an intergender Cyclops fight.
Start making love
Hey, you
to
can't.
her.
No. We're all about equality on this podcast.
So,
Equal
all right.
rights, equal fights.
So okay, all right. Well, then there's a lot more things that we have to cover.
Yeah,
so
you
is
gonna
it like
cunt punch
is it
the
just
Cyclops?
is it just a lady who's like same stats as me, or what is this? Because there's a lot of variance here.
Well, he just threw in the gender variance.
it's
I'll
a
let him
lady.
answer
It's a
this.
lady built like Tyler.
Lady built like
Same
Tyler.
strength as Tyler. It's a lady.
So I don't have the upper hand of kicking them in the nads.
Exactly.
I'd throw dirt in their one eye, and then I'd flying sidekick him in the
Pocket sand.
cooter.
You said flying sidekick.
Real quick. I know we're
Oh,
talking about
her. Sorry,
talking
my
about
bad.
mythical creatures. Scissor or Ruby Rose? Like if you
A mythical. They're real, Tyler.
Those are real people.
Who is Scissor?
Scissor?
Oh, Scissor.
SZA makes better music and she's badder. If that's really what you're asking me, Tyler.
What if it was the RZA instead?
The RZA is
No.
cuter and makes better music than all of these options.
I thought Tyler was like, speaking of mythical creatures,
Women.
Tyler's never
Talking
seen a
about
girl.
females here.
All right, I'm sorry for all of our women audience to get uncomfortable when Tyler calls them females.
It's better than calling them bitches.
You know what? This is why we call them birds
Actually,
and broads, like
Hold on.
real men.
Wow, me and Malik had
I'm
this
kidding.
conversation in high school, and it was I said something. I said female something, and some girl got upset, and I was like, "Would you rather be called female or bitch?" And she's like, "Neither." And like the inside of me was like, "Well, I'm not gonna call you a bitch, but I don't understand the problem with saying females."
I also don't see a problem with calling people females. I don't know. When I do it, a lot of people are like, oh, that's like what incels do.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It leaves that bad taste in my mouth of like, I don't know, Elliot Rodger.
I feel like, but like the different, Jesus.
Wow.
I feel like the difference is like there are people out here calling females thoughts, hoes, tricks, bitches, and I can't just say females, bro. What
Yeah,
the
females
fuck?
not a
all
slur.
of-
That's what they are.
All of these are bad options.
But there are no good
Or I shouldn't say
options.
bad
Well, I
options.
guess females-
They're
fem-
disrespectful options.
How is female disrespectful?
Female's not a disrespectful
Female
option.
isn't inherently disrespectful.
You know what?
Does it just make them uncomfortable because they instantly go to thinking, no, this guy
I think it has.
probably has never touched a girl before. That's why he's calling them females.
I agree completely with that statement. I
Tyler's
think it has
touched many
bad
girls.
connotations around it.
I've touched
Right, Tyler?
I've touched ladies. I've given
Yeah?
them high fives and handshakes and hugs. I still call them females from time to time.
I got a kiss one time in the 6th grade.
Well, not the 6th grade. Mine was a little later.
That was the only kiss I've ever had.
Wow. This nigga.
If you guys want to kiss me, you can go on my Instagram and DM me.
It'd be interesting to have this podcast, but with a girl in it,
Yeah.
because you guys would probably irritate them. Either that, or they would be really good at dishing back.
Haley.
Haley would be a
fun.
very fun person to have on here. Shout out Haley Tycast. Love you, babe. I just saw her yesterday.
Nice.
Cool.
Those-
Wait, that's impossible. They're not real.
Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
Tyler said girls aren't real.
Yeah, they're mythological creatures.
Well, Ruby Rose and Scissor, they're mythical.
How are they mythical?
Why are they mythical, Tyler? Please break down why they're mythical.
Because you can't believe
ass.
that they're real.
Hey, listen. Scissor
Did you
is
say that ass?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not gonna lie to nobody. Scissor is like face, body, everything. Scissor is like
So
wow.
Tyler's saying beautiful women don't exist.
Beautiful
Hey,
women.
that beautiful? Shit, that's a stretch.
Tyler,
Gotta
who's
see it in
the
person.
who's the most beautiful woman that you can think of?
Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson. Easy.
Can you pay my bill?
Exactly. I need a female to pay my bills. Please, God, please. If any,
Tyler believes in God, but not females.
Dude, I don't know. I kind of get that statement. If I had the opportunity to be a house husband, without
Yes.
a doubt,
Oh,
I'd
it'd be
snatch
the
that up.
ideal
a house
scenario.
husband with a
Dude, I'd
podcast.
just be like,
Let's
honey,
go.
It's like, honey, you want me to make you some eggs and bacon in bed? I'll wear the maid outfit too if you want.
Catch me in an apron, just
an apron.
Just
I would
an
wear
apron.
just an apron.
Hey, listen, I'll be like, yo, guys, podcast is mine, but you gotta be quiet. Wife was a little bit angry last time, so you gotta keep it down.
Can't call girls
Start-
females anymore.
I'm gonna
She
start
got a
selling
little testy.
Tupperware on the side.
Oh, what the fuck did you
What
say?
did you say?
I said I'm gonna start selling Tupperware on the side.
Yeah,
Many
Or like,
years ago,
like
that was a
shampoos.
thing.
Yeah, no, my grandma used to sell Avon. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh, so you would fall into pyramid schemes? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I will
Hey,
be the himbo that
I'm not gonna expose who DM'd me this, but I had a conversation the other day on Facebook Messenger, and some girl was like, "I can get you money, this and that," and I'm like, "I'm interested." It was money, and as she's going through this process, I literally said, "This is a scam," and she said, "No, it's not. Just send me $10 and I'll give you $100." And I said, "Woman, this is a Cash App flip. I used to do these," and she blocked me instantly.
Scammers don't even care anymore. They're
They
not
really
trying.
don't.
I got a text from a random number a few days ago, and they said, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, this is probably somebody that like changed their number or something. Maybe they got a new phone. So whatever. Hi, I'm Phil." And I got a text back that said, "I'm Maria. Send me a picture of you." And I was like, I don't know many Marias, but none that I do know would act like this. So you first got a random, just like your average
Stock image.
super scantily clad, like just like a not a picture that you would send somebody who you're trying to figure out who they are. Just like
This ring any bells? And it's just two giant boobies.
everything but nudity. And I was like, hey man, from one hustler to another, why the hell would you choose that picture? I'm sorry, but like you don't even care anymore. Like
From one hustler to another.
why are you doing this? Step your game up.
Can we vote for that to be the episode? The name of this episode? From one hustler to another?
Fuck it.
I'm okay with
I
it.
bet, yeah. Phil gets his first quote that becomes a name.
Nice.
From one hustler to another.
So, guys, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a very avid anime watcher, and I love anime. Anime's great.
Second.
Fucking anime, weeb. Fuck you, I watch anime.
I was gonna
Think
say
you're
all of
special?
us here watch anime.
Dude, I made a song about how much I like anime.
Don't admit that to people, Chris.
I don't care.
Anime bitches, I look at their titties.
Hey, that's exactly what it was like.
This nigga is D-Banks over here.
I don't care. It was fun to write.
Hey, I hate
You know what,
them
Chris?
so
I'm
much.
glad that you're enjoying writing your music.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
As
proud
a
of you,
person
Chris.
who watches people write music and like is around a lot of people who make and like have a craft of sorts, it is nice to see that you are enjoying doing what you do because I know it is not easy.
Yeah. No, it's the best thing, at least I find, for writing music. You can be generic as possible, and that's kind of easy. But as I said, it's like generic. It's a lot more fun to try to not necessarily think outside the box, but have different goals or ideas to go for. For example, I could have just ran a normal like love song about talking about how you like girls or whatever, but I was like, hey, let's juice this up a little bit. Let's make it anime women.
Let's choose anime
make it
girls.
make
yeah?
it funny.
Wow.
I don't care. I think it's funny.
Hey, 2D
Chris loves
women are
2D
bad.
women.
Yeah,
I
2D
never,
women are bad.
never said anything bad. Also, just back to the anime topic. If you, I don't know, maybe you watch One Piece, maybe you don't. At the
Hopefully
end
you
of the
don't.
show, at the
Hopefully
end of
you
the
do.
series, all I'm telling you is Buggy the Clown will be the only Yonko left standing,
I
and
could
he
see
will,
him being
and
a
he will
Yonko.
be, and he will be the leader of the Marines.
When is
He will not
no.
be involved with the Marines, but I could
Yes,
see
he
him
will.
like weaseling his way into some sort of Yonko or some sort of high up position.
when's One Piece Shippuden gonna come out? I might jump on
Hopefully
that.
never. I'll set myself on
God.
fire like one of those
God.
monks if there's ever a two-piece
God.
or a Shippuden.
all I'm saying is, if he got done with this show, with this anime, and decided, yeah, I'm gonna make another one. Why? What are you? What, like
yeah.
you don't have that many. You don't have this many years left.
This
in you,
guy's
bud.
got a story to tell. A lot of these anime writers, mangaka writers, they die before their stories are even done because they find their purpose, they find what they do and they do best, and they'll ride that shit into the grave, even if it leaves it unfinished. That's what happened.
Just
I don't know if you
terrible.
know.
Just look at Berserk.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that.
I'd be so
No,
pissed.
I'm-
I literally wouldn't
nah.
die. I literally wouldn't die.
You
You know
try
how
not
people
to.
can choose when they like die?
I don't know
don't
if I
think
know
you
that.
can
I don't
choose.
know if
Like-
you get
like-
that choice.
Okay, no. Like they say, like
do.
old people. They say like old people. Like when they're like on their dying deathbed, they pretty much choose when to die. Like who's going to be in the room.
Yeah.
Like when. Nah, nigga. If I'm writing a story like that, I'm finishing that shit. I'm giving a summary, and I'm gonna let someone brainstorm off
This
that
dude's
bitch.
dying, hunched over the desk, writing
Like,
it out.
Yeah, he's gonna
Grunting.
be like, in an hour I'm going, so I gotta spark notes this shit and get it to someone I
It's
trust."
crazy as fuck.
Like deadass. If I'm going out,
Here's
the
the
only thing that
synopsis.
might not get written down is that last word to my spark notes, because I'm going all the way.
I feel like this raises an interesting question. So, say you had, an hour left and you were giving the synopsis or whatever. Would you rather know when or how you were going to die?
If I had an hour left,
No, not if you had an hour left, just in general. Like tomorrow, somebody walked up to you and they were like, listen, I can tell you either when or how you're going to die. You only get to pick one.
I would dap him up, say thank you for your service, and not know because I'm a very anxious person.
I'd do the exact same thing. That's a pussy answer, so I'll give you a real one. I'd rather figure out how I would die than when.
I agree with how.
When? Like what age? Like what day? Like shit like that.
I'd rather know when, but it's not by very much. On the simple fact that if someone told me how I was going to die, I would try and avoid everything.
What
And
if
I
it
wouldn't
just
live my
happen
life.
anyways.
Yeah.
I would want to know how because I feel like when you look at like most common reasons that just human beings die in general, a lot of it's like disease and stuff like that. And I'm not the healthiest guy. I'm not, ripped or
You're no Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at here. But I would rather know how because I feel like there's a lot of scenarios where it's just like, oh yeah, you're gonna get heart disease, and it's just like that. Most people
You can
that
avoid
happens.
that.
So like I'll probably just
Yeah.
be older and I'll die then, or like they'll be like you'll die in a car crash, and I'm like, oh that's cool, but like
I'm gonna Uber everywhere.
who
now.
knows when?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
that
then I
brings-
feel like knowing you as a person, I feel like if like someone was like car crash, you would avoid cars avidly. You would stay in your home and you'd be anxious all the time,
I take
and you would
buses.
hate it, and everyone around you would hate it.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
okay, time
but
out. So
I'd get
quick-
over it.
Quick
If
thing.
it was a car crash, I'd get over it because cars are so integral to like
Life.
just daily life. You couldn't.
You
even
could
if
not.
even if you would get on a bus to go around or whatever, it's not like I could just walk everywhere in my life.
And then you
could.
would just get hit by a car, and that's a car accident.
Yeah.
You walk off the bus and one just goes.
Honestly, if I got hit by a bus, that'd be a solid way to go.
I have a very serious thing. Do you guys believe? Because if you were to look at Norse mythology or like Greek mythology, they believe that everything that you do in your life is written. It is foretold. Like you don't. There's like
So fate.
fate. Do you believe that
No.
in your
No.
life?
No,
I think
I
you
like-
make your own.
yeah, I was gonna say I like the Christian viewpoint of the free will.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I do believe that you can make your own path, but also there's like this weird simultaneous thing that all time is going on at the same time. So technically it already did happen, but it didn't.
I see what you mean. All I know is I really hope it's the free will kind of make your own, because if somebody like wrote my story,
I'd
if somebody
kick their
already
ass.
chiseled that end, you're a shite author, and I'm gonna tell it to your face.
This guy
I hate
sucks.
you, and I'll beat the
Bad
fuck out of you.
book.
I'll get Super Tyler and Bigfoot, and we're jumping you, all right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
on
bad
God,
at your
'cause
job.
The fact that you wrote this story for me, I understand it might be interesting for you
What
to
did I
watch,
do to
but
you?
I hate every fucking second of it, you piece of shit.
I don't like these plot twists. I don't like the characters.
Can you just
It's
make
up,
somebody
down,
love
all
me,
over the
bitch? I'm
place.
20
What
years
did you get a
old.
D- on this paper? Get the fuck out of
Why
here.
would you wait? Why did you write in that I get such a lame grade? Like
Yeah.
A+ or F this shit. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Personally, I believe in free will, but I also think I could also believe that, let's just say, in the fate being written, that free will is written into the fate. So like, yeah.
How does that work?
So like, okay. So like in the story, you think you have, because it's a story. So the story the story's already written. Everything's already written out. How you live your life, how you go through it. So like you make choices, and again, just like a story, characters can make choices.
So like I have a couple choices to choose from. It's like one of those games on Netflix where it's like multiple
Yeah, choose
stories
your
are
own
written
adventure.
and you get
Yeah,
to choose
exactly.
your own adventure.
So it's
They
like,
gave me a lot of really shitty choices, Tyler.
well, yeah,
The
like,
game is rigged.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is like playing Monopoly with fucking Mr. Monopoly.
But I don't know. I believe in free will, but it's just kind of like an interesting thing. Just want to see viewers, audience out there, if you have comment on our Instagram post. Do you believe in free will, or do you think your story's already written and how it's going to end is already dictated? Just let us know in the comments or on our Instagram post or on SoundCloud. Either one.
One more thing about this fate thing. I do kind of believe that certain events are fated to happen, like who you meet. That kind of feels more, because sometimes you just meet a guy or a girl or anybody. It's just like, wow, this is like. This has got to be more than just happenstance. Yeah, exactly. Like either if reincarnation is real and we've met up and died and met up again or whatever, or if we're just written in stone that we're supposed to be BFFs.
So do you think maybe it's kind of like a fate is more of a skeletal outline than everything is set in stone?
Yeah, I feel like it would be fate is like checkpoints, and then in between you can kind of do whatever you want.
Oh, like in a video game. So like you have to finish the game in this way, but you get to make choices while you're going from this point to this point.
Because like character.
It's not like you can choose where you were born, so that's like where you started, and then you'd be like, all right, at this point you'll be graduating or whatever. That's kind of a lame one, but at this point you'll get like a DUI, and then you'll go to prison, and then in that prison you got a prison
Why is my
arc.
fate so shitty?
Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking about in general. This is Joe Schmo.
I know he's talking about me.
Time out real quick.
That's where your fear of cars comes from.
Just real quick.
I got party plates,
So for anyone that's out there, let's just say you're fated to die, right? Let's just because
we're all fated to die.
Oh yeah. So at your dying or whatever, people say that your brain probably goes through your entire life one last time before it just shuts off.
I'd hate every moment of it.
So I'm just saying, what if we're just living in that 7 seconds?
Right now, like I already died.
Slow-mo do you have on that? Like that we just like
the brain does some weird shit, man.
No, because you feel like you're in slow-mo, but it's really just happening for 7 seconds. Because you're reliving your entire life.
That would suck.
No, because like think
I
of it.
Like my life, number one, and I wouldn't want to live it again.
Think of it.
Far.
If you die at 20, that's still 20 years to put in 7 seconds. Yes, that's young, but that's a lot of like you wouldn't see
that's
any
a
of
lot of seconds.
So like the fact that your brain process, you don't know how the brain works. This shit is weird. How do we run off electricity and we've never been charged before?
That's a great point.
Brain does a lot of weird things. You ever try to remember a goddamn dream? You ever try to recollect a dream?
That's terrible.
Yes, I have.
There's very few dreams that have been permanently imprinted in my mind, and none of them are good.
I have one that's really terrible.
Actually, one of them's good.
Hey, I got one, and I was like, I think it was in kindergarten or like, I think it was in 3rd grade. And I was a fucking superhero, and everybody in my class was a fucking superhero, and we just went around Alabama just fucking shit up.
Tyler came up with My Hero Academia when he was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And
where's his rights?
Class 1A for Alabama. Class 1 Alabama.
It was really fun. I fucked with it heavy. It was just it is what it was. I think I don't know. I feel like once the lights go off, the lights go off. You don't relive anything. You don't go over anything. It just lights out.
Tyler, you also have a phobia of dying on the simple fact that you think it's just complete darkness that you're aware of.
Yeah, you know you can choose to believe in an afterlife.
Yeah, but his is
you can
weird.
Choose,
I'd rather
but there's not one.
Do what?
Yeah,
I'd rather not choose to
if it
believe
makes
in an
you
afterlife.
if it makes you less scared of dying. I mean, that's what I do. I'm like I don't technically I consider myself Catholic, but it's not like I 100% believe that there's heaven or whatever. I just like to believe that when I die, something will happen, whether that is I go to a different place or I go into a different body or
Chris,
just a bunch of whatever happens. Maybe I just see colors for the rest of existence.
Chris, when you die, you're going to slide down the pole like Lil Nas X in the Montero video.
I'm going to hell.
Hell's not real.
By choice.
By choice? Yeah,
Actually,
it's probably a lot cooler than heaven.
Well,
heaven's got rules.
All I want to say is,
I feel like you wouldn't get tortured in hell. I feel like it's like a giant party.
Yeah, dude, God
hell
through
as
Satan.
we know it has been so like. I don't know how the perfect
Different.
way I want to phrase this, but the idea of hell came through several mistranslations. Because in the very beginning,
Hell doesn't
it
exist.
just meant the place that dead people go. It didn't have all
Like the underworld.
the flames
Greeks.
and all that.
Yeah.
was
No,
just
it had the
land of-
flames, but it didn't have. It wasn't terrible.
No, it had a
No.
giant three-headed dog
Because
just barking at you all the damn time.
If you look like at Greek mythology when it comes to the underworld or hell, it's like you have the part where good people go, you have the part where the terrible people
Yeah, I was gonna say
went.
because in Greek mythology, there's
they
no
all just-
heaven. The heavens is Mount Olympus, and only gods and demigods can go there.
Well, I feel like if you look at a lot of the translations for like what we know as hell, a lot of it came from the idea of Sheol, which is in the Hebrew faith, and that's more of like the land of the dead than it is the land of punishment.
Do Jewish people believe in heaven? I know they don't believe in a hell.
I don't think so. I don't, at least not in the conventional way that many Christians or Catholics would believe in.
Yeah.
There might be an afterlife, although I'm not entirely sure. I feel like, honestly, I don't think any religion really has it right. I mean, everybody has their own right to believe in what they want to believe in, and there's nothing wrong with believing in what you want to believe in.
Buddhism has it right.
But
that you just come back as another thing.
Not even that, because there are different forms of Buddhism where you can be a Buddhist Catholic. Buddhism is like a lifestyle. It's a religion, but it's like a lifestyle. Yeah. It's like Buddhism is instead of worshiping at a temple, you are the temple, and you shouldn't worship yourself, but you should keep yourself nice and tidy. Like, your body is your soul's house. The same way you'd want your house to be nice, you need your body to be nice. You want to keep it spiffy, be presentable to other people, and just overall healthy and happy.
I don't know if I would exactly say that I have a unique perspective or belief on the afterlife and religion, but personally, I think that of any sacred text, if there is some deity out there, which, who knows, there could be, I feel like any sacred text from any religion is probably not exactly what it should be, for the simple fact that if you had that,
there's a lot of human
deity,
muddling in it.
Yeah, a lot of translation errors, even just from, like, if I heard the word of God, I feel like as a human being, I'd fuck up relaying that information.
And even not that.
And then other people would fuck up relaying the information I gave them.
And then someone would fuck up writing it down. And then someone would come in being like, hey, can we change this so that I can be 10 steps ahead than all my other
I think that's why.
Or whatever.
That happened a lot in the church. Do you guys remember, and I don't know if I was taught this in either religion school, but I think I actually might have learned this at Harvey. Before, like, the printing press, when, like, reading was very readily available, the only people who could read were very rich people and priests. And monks. The priests would, and monks.
Monks and nuns.
But in the Christian religion, they would read out of the Bible, but they would read it and then they would say it how they wanted to say it, because no one else could read the Bible. And then as the printing press came and as more people could read, people were realizing, like, nigga, this is not what this says. Because, like, you guys
telling me to give me $5 every time I came in the church.
Right, like,
nowhere in this book does it say $5 is required.
They didn't even change it because they didn't expect people to read. So people are, like, starting to read, and, like, the first thing they're reading is the Bible because it's the most readily available book. It's the most stolen book in history.
Mm-hmm. It's the most popular book.
And they're just like, bro, this does not say this at all.
I feel like that's why a lot of major sacred texts in like large scale religions, a lot of them boil down to, like, the same things. Like, a lot of the things you'd find in, like, the Ten Commandments,
be good,
stuff like that.
Don't kill
but
people.
The craziest thing is, like, I always look at and I'm like, how are Christians and Hebrews fighting? How are Hebrews and Arabs fighting? This and that. But then I think about the times that I've literally argued with you guys over dumb things, and we're agreeing and we're still fighting just because we're mishearing each other.
Oh yeah.
So I can see how a whole religion of thousands of years is. They're doing the same shit.
I fucking hate you, but, like, we worship the same God. We
literally Allah translates to God.
We descend from the same people, because I'm pretty sure, is it Abraham? I'm pretty sure.
We're all children of Abraham.
Yeah, like,
technically.
I mean,
yes,
yeah.
As much as human beings are different,
I thought is Abraham the dude who was on the ark? That's Noah.
No, that's Noah.
Are we all descendants of Noah?
Yes.
Technically, because
we're
everyone else died in the
We're all the
flood.
descendants of Adam and Eve. I don't know where.
There's a lot of inbreeding in the Bible.
I don't like how
yeah.
that works, because we're all descendants of Adam and Eve, but we're not related to any of. Or no, we're related to their kids. But, like, once you get to, like, a certain point, we're not related to anyone but Noah. And then once you get to a certain point, we're not related to anyone but Abraham.
Well, no,
Abraham came before Noah, I'm pretty sure.
Abraham came after Noah.
No, yeah, it was after.
Yeah. It was Noah, then it was Abraham.
Yeah, because
Abraham came after Moses.
There's a lot of names in the
they're all
Bible.
people we're just related to, just randomly.
Well, if you were to look at it, related to Abraham in the sense of we follow the God that he followed.
So so the earth is just one big Alabama.
Yes, the world is one big Alabama.
Yeah. We're all just cousins on this planet, so
we're
show some love.
We're actually all brothers and sisters. We just fuck each other, just pledge ourselves.
Yeah, because we're far enough removed. Spoken like
Hey,
a true Southerner right there.
Free Joe Exotic.
Free Joe Exotic, honestly, because
The whole winter.
We need more fun stuff.
I'm not gonna lie to anyone here. I did not watch that fucking show. It was overhyped.
I watched
it was not
all
that
of it.
good.
I didn't watch
You just
all
said
of
you
it, but I
didn't
watched
watch
the
it.
first.
How can you say it was
most
bad?
I
of
watched
it.
like an episode and a half, and I was like, nah, this isn't it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This isn't entertaining. Also, shout out to the bitch that tried to kill that nigga. Like, you should try to kill niggas. Like,
Carol
fuck 'em.
Baskin?
Yeah.
She didn't try and kill him.
Yeah, he tried to kill her.
See, you didn't even watch the show. Shut the
He
fuck
doesn't
up.
know.
Oh, no,
going
I
on?
forgot. She killed her husband or something. and fed the nigga.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly she fed her
No, she
husband to the
killed him.
tiger.
Allegedly.
She said, I don't know why I was convinced of killing my husband, whatever the fuck that word is. But then literally not even an episode later said, tigers will eat anything if you put sardine oil on them, and then looked at the camera maniacally.
I mean, that's pretty good evidence,
that's
but is
some
it
big
damning? I
baller
don't
shit.
know.
Transferred
Did
all of
she-
his bank accounts. He went
I
to
believe
Costa
that-
Rica.
I believe that she killed him, but I'm not going to say that she did, like, that's factual.
Would I get
For
arrested?
legal reasons.
Yeah.
Would I get
Allegedly.
arrested if the police heard me say right now on this podcast that I would kill Carol Baskin if I saw her?
Yes.
That's a threat. Then, yeah, she could
You
press
could-
charges or do something about that.
This is
Yeah.
hypothetical.
If Carol Baskin ever heard this podcast, she's gonna have a tizzy with you.
A tizzy.
Carol, if you're out
Feed
there
the lion.
listening,
Hey, cool cat.
You did it.
sup, dog?
It's just-
Yo, can we get some tickets to your cat zoo or whatever you got?
I'm gonna shoot you with a crossbow bolt.
hypothetically.
Super Tyler wouldn't let that happen because he's a man of the people.
Super Tyler would catch the crossbow bolt
Super
out of the
Tyler
air.
hates the people. Tyler does not
Super
like
Tyler's
the
a
people.
villain?
Oh yes.
No.
So
So
Tyler, we're
Bigfoot
talking-
Chris is the hero.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Tyler's
villain.
Deadpool.
You're an
You're an
anti-hero?
Yes. I'm a Red Hood type guy.
You're a
Tyler
vigilante.
thinks that being an anti-hero is fat.
What?
with a PH?
Yeah, with a PH. He
All
thinks
right.
it's
You're
fetch.
fucking lame.
He thinks it's
You're
fetch.
fucking
Fat with a
lame.
GH.
You're fucking.
Did you say
lame.
fetch?
Yeah, fetch.
It's. I want everybody to know that
That's so
that whole like gladiatorial combat shit we talked about earlier. Xavier just made it in there. He has to compete.
He's actually fighting number one.
He needs
Who's the
5
first
wins
one?
before he gets over the crime of
I'm
calling
beating
things
the fuck
fetch.
out of everybody.
Hey,
I used to fence, so I feel like with a sword, I'm beating.
You know what?
randoms.
I'll give you 1 lion. You know, you can either beat 5 humans or 1 lion.
5 humans. I
Okay.
want to kill people. I want to feel like people.
You're gonna
drain-
feel like God or whatever.
Yeah.
that's some real
First
fucked
person
up
I'm
shit.
fighting is one of your family members. You get to pick.
Cool.
Second person I fight, also one of your family members.
The third person's Super Tyler, no matter what. That's,
Okay. And then the fourth one is one of your family members. And then number 5 is you.
If all of the combatants that you fight are my family members, then it's a 1v5.
No, because Super Tyler's not one of your family members. So it'd be a 1v4.
So 1v4, and then
What if this was Fast and Furious rules and he's family just because they're really good friends?
I just watched that.
What
I just
if
watched that movie. Great movie.
we tornado tag and
No, you still have to tag. It's in a wrestling ring with the weapons, but you guys have to tag each other. It's elimination, though. So if I stab one of you, the other one can instantly hop in the ring.
okay.
That sounds fun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get a shield, though, and none of you guys get a shield.
Do they get weapons at all?
They get
need
weapons,
to.
yes.
Everybody gets weapons in the scenario.
But I
It's
get a
gladiatorial
shield and a
combat.
sword.
It's either completely unarmed or everybody gets weapons.
Right.
And if you fight a lion or some sort of big cat, a bear, whatever the fuck you're
I
fighting,
could beat a lion with a shield.
I don't think so.
No, that's what the African tribes people do. They like spook the lions.
I
with
don't
the
know if
shields, get 'em
Xavier
riled up.
is as good of a fighter or as athletically gifted as some sort of like Zulu warrior.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't get
Warrior.
mauled, but I would kill the lion.
I don't agree with that. I think that if you,
get the-
came at a lion, it was you versus a lion, even if it wasn't like a fully
no,
grown, like
Well, see, the
head
thing
of
is,
the
I'm
pack
not
alpha
running at
male
the
lion
lion. The lion's gonna attack me, and it's gonna kill itself with its own weight, because that's what you do.
on a shield.
I have a sword, too, bro. Why do I just have a
Okay,
shield?
that's different because I thought you meant just with a shield.
No, who am I,
If you
fucking
have a
Captain
shield
Canada?
and a sword, you have a better chance to beat it. But I feel like you're both dying.
No.
No.
I
you
feel
can
like you get the lion jumps on on you. You roll back, it lands on the shield, and then you have the sword out. Well, they usually use a spear, but you have the sword out. So when it lands on the shield, it's stabbing itself. And then
feel
when it
like-
lands on you, it's gonna go
No,
deeper.
See, I don't even want it like that. I want them to land, and I want to have the free thingy, and I'm stabbing it in the neck hella times while it's biting on my shield.
You're mad.
I want to take no shield, just a nice little great sword, and when it comes, sidestep and chop his head off. Boom,
That's not gonna work.
Tyler gets
Boom.
chainmail and some henny.
boom. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Tyler's actually a 5-year-old.
So I fucked up one night. I took 8 shots.
That was literally yesterday, or was it 2
One
days
night.
ago?
And I fucked up. I didn't mean to take 8 shots. I had like 2 doubles of crown, 2 doubles of hen, and it was a bad. It wasn't bad, but it was woof. I was struggling.
Yeah,
When I
that's a
tell
lot of
you
alcohol.
that this dude walked into the house that I was in, there's about 13 stairs on the staircase. He probably made contact with 4 of them. Like he
That's
like
cap.
He just like
mountain climbing the stairs.
No, he skipped down the bitches. He landed. He never fell, but like he like skipped 5 stairs at a time. Landed. I was like, Tyler, you look pretty drunk. He was like, just know I'm feeling good. And then he sat down and played Battlefield 5 with your brother.
Hey, I'm not gonna fuck with you. The funniest thing that happened at Phil's house is when Sophie landed on her head down the stairs.
She fell down the
Dang,
stairs.
you're just gonna name drop her like that?
When that one girl we know fell down the stairs, it was pretty funny.
That one female, that one broad.
Yeah.
She's fallen multiple times like that. One time when my parents were like out of town, her, Milton, and Allie all came to my house like just to hang out outside, and she slipped in the driveway and crushed her face on the ground.
She's clumsy broad.
Yeah, what a putz.
A putz.
But listen,
Got 2 left feet.
But listen, sadly, it comes time to end everything good, everything great. It's been a good time. It's me, Tyler.
Oh, it's your boy Big Comfy over here.
I'm Chris Felo.
Phil is in the bathroom.
So it's been the Ohio Boys. We love you. We appreciate you guys.
Hey.
And
One thing, if I don't see you guys at the show on the 28th, I will reverse IP track you and murder you.
Or
Yes.
the 21st.
yes,
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure you go to the Neon
Revival.
Revival. Like, also make sure you come out to the show at the Odin. Stargazer. Shout out
Catch
to
us in the
Stargazer.
flats. We're gonna be fucking throwing t-shirts out. So, if you listen to this podcast and we personally know you, I'm not gonna throw a t-shirt in your direction. You're gonna have to talk to the other members about that. Cause nigga, you already know the podcast. You should be following to hype your mans up. But you randoms that I know, yeah,
You're getting a shirt.
You're getting a
The
shirt.
people who aren't listening to this right now, you better watch yourself because there's gonna be shirts being thrown at you.
But we appreciate you. We love you. If no one else loves you, we love you. And have a good day.